crank the gravity down. Let's ride. We packed up the rover, left Earth behind, cracked a few beers as we hit the sky. Zero-G dreams and a boombox tune. We're heading for a splash at the wave pool moon. Spacesuits off, it's time to float. Girls in glitter laughing as we coast. Craterside cabana with a cosmic view. Good times orbit and we're just passing through. Wave pool on the moon, yeah, we're flying high. Stars in our eyes and a satellite sky. Friends all around and the vibe's so clear. Lunar tide rolling with girls and beer. No gravity, just you and me, catching moon waves endlessly. DJ spin a Martian funk, glow sticks lighten up our space pool trunk. We dive in slow like a dream on pause, floating in rhythm to the moon's applause.
Con, if you do you do Facebook? Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. If you go to my band page, you know, Plastic Sam Stargazer,
Yeah?
we put up a video of last week's gig at the Railway Pub. One of the guys filmed it, and we had it kind of the mix tweaked up a bit. So it's done
Alright.
something.
You send me a link, is that, Sam?
I'm not very good on sort of sending.
It's a Stargazer, is it? Hang on a second.
Yeah, Plastic Sam
Keep talking
Stargazer.
amongst yourselves, boys. I'll be back with you now in a second. Now in a minute.
Now in a minute, over by there. So I saw the note from Kipper. He's on his way back from somewhere, is he?
Yeah.
Birmingham.
Birmingham. Oh, I saw the name of the place. Huh?
I think it's Birmingham, that, isn't it, Con? Old Church, was it?
Oh, church, yeah, Birmingham somewhere, isn't it?
Mm.
It's the first set of the railway and starring Mr. and Mrs. Waters. All right.
Yeah, there are people sitting down the front. They're just there all night, you know.
What songs are you playing on it, Sam? Are they covers?
Yeah, if you run it through, he's titled it, so all the titles of the songs come up. About some are covers and some are our own. Like the first one is a Tom Petty song, the second one is one of mine. I forget, but it labels them all up there.
I'll just give it.
That's Mary Jane. Yeah, have a watch it in your leisure.
No, I'll just give the boys a look as well.
Well, you can turn it around, can you?
Yeah.
Technology.
Be careful if it's a cover, Con. You know what'll happen.
Yeah, I know that. I'm just checking now, just trying to get to the second song. There we go. Okay.
Yeah, that's your mix.
Oh, that's not a cover. That's a cover.
Yeah, it's a cover, yeah. So, I mean, the second song was Twin Sunsets, which is what our own. First one was Mary Jane.
This is Twin Sunsets. This is just
Yeah,
your
that's-
song, is that?
That's one of mine, yeah.
All right.
It's the middle eight now. Play it till the end. It's quite funny how we wind it up different every time.
Tomorrow? No, it's the day, man. Again.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. There we are. Watch it in your own time. There's about half of them are covers and half of them are our own songs. You know.
All right, great. That sounds good. Sounds really good.
It sounds good through a nice system. I mean, my lappy is really, if the sound is really toppy and tinny there, but
Okay.
if I put
Excellent. So looks like you had a good time up there.
yeah,
The real in.
and Porky down in Newquay,
Yeah.
he sent me a link. He said, "Hey, this isn't you, is it, Sam? He's found a band in Cornwall called Stargazer."
Hey.
I said, "Oi!" So he sent me some stuff about them, and they're a 70s glam rock band, And so I tried to get in touch with them and say hello, but I think their website is looking quite good, but it wasn't happening for making a comment and a contact or something. So it's a coincidence,
Do you know have to register yourself then as a band or not? Or you can
Well, I mean, it all depends with product, because I remember when somebody tried to steal my Sam's plastic sound machine in the beginning. That was my disco name, And there was a guy, he came to visit, and it was connected to Dave's shop, Bilbo. He was a rep, and he brought along a lot of shirts, Ben Sherman shirts, and we got pally, and it was all right. And then about a month or two later, I saw an advert in one of the music papers, and they said for hire, plastic sound machines. I thought, what? He'd taken my name, my idea, and he'd actually used it to put it up there. And I remember then directly contact him and then sort of trying to go through the legal channels of what you had to do to register the name or something, And he dropped it then. But I think with idiosyncrasies, like you see, with them being called Stargazer, the difference is, because I tacked my name on the front of it, it's Plastic Sam's Stargazer. We generally referred to the band as Stargazer, but as you can see in print, it says Plastic Sam Stargazer. So there is a difference, But as regards to when it comes to somebody having rights, at this stage, you normally, if there's one band will maybe change their name to something else to save going through all the legalities. But I mean, since we've been going quite a long time, looks like they've been going since about 2000 and I think 15, 16. So I've been at it, doing it since 2008. The name first, because initially it was Plastic Sam's Stargazer Cowboys was the name of the band, Stargazer Cowboys. But then we dropped the Cowboys in the end, and I just stuck my name in front of it,
I don't know if sorry, Mark. I don't know if you guys have heard of a band called Ice House.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a guy called Ivor Davies. Is held the name right through. They were originally a band called Flowers, and they were in a similar situation, Sam. I think it would have been middle to late 70s, I think. They were just starting to kick along and become popular, and they went to do a European tour. They found out there was a band in Belgium, I think it was, called Flowers.
All right.
And in the end, just like you were saying, because of all the legal rigmarole that you've got to go through, Ivor Davies made the decision for the band to change the name to Flowers, to Ice House. And that's name stuck. And he's still gigging around, actually, Australia. And still, his voice is holding up pretty good, actually. And for that very same reason, Sam, that he just thought it just wasn't worth all the hassle, so let's just change the name.
Yeah. Ice House is a better name as well, I reckon.
Yeah, and I think the Belgian band died in the bum in the end.
You see all the big names, don't you? Like the Rolling Stones, and I've seen like the Rolling Scones, the Bowling.
Yeah,
Stones,
all the cover bands.
Bowling Rones and everything.
Yeah, and and it's got to the point now where all the tribute bands. There was one playing in the Brangwyn Hall last year, and it's them in the big bold letters, Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah.
But as long as they have in small print somewhere, Fleetwood Mac tribute band,
Yeah.
or
I-
something, or a night with Fleetwood Mac tribute. As long as they put it somewhere, like
Yeah.
those rolling, the rolling. There's one band, Rolling Stoned, just got a D on the end of it,
Yeah. Yeah.
and they're really really good. But you know, I think legally, if there's a slight change, so you get loads of them, all the cover bands.
Yeah. Well,
You know,
I
if
think
there
that
was,
a good
for
one.
instance, if there was a cover band for the Sweet, they'd call themselves the Sweetest or something, you know.
Yeah. But there was what's been around quite a bit. Legal Eagles.
Yeah,
Like they put legal in small letters, very small letters, and then Eagles.
yeah, illegal. Oh yeah, there's a couple. There's one band, an Eagles band, and they're really good, and they don't actually use any. They're called Talon, as
Right.
in, you know,
Yeah.
and they're an Eagles tribute band. The best thing is when you get somebody from the actual mothership endorsing them,
Yeah.
you know. And a lot of these cover bands, the good ones, you know, the real thing. I've seen them, and they've gone. You got it spot on, guys.
Well, look how many covers there are for ABBA or
Oh, I know.
you know,
Like with that lot you got
Jersey
down there.
Boy.
So you just stuck an F in front of it, didn't they? Fabermania.
Yeah. Yeah.
We had a band out here for a long time called Bjorn Again.
All
And
right.
they were just huge. They were like huge in Europe as well. It's just
Yeah,
because I think people wanted to have the ABBA band again, and these guys pulled it off with all.
Oh, I bet Bjorn again actually were really big in Britain about 15, 20 years ago.
Yeah, yep.
I think
Yeah.
they're still around. I think they're coming to the Grands next couple of months.
It's like it's BJ, isn't it? Like the guy from ABBA.
Yeah, spelt the same. Yeah,
So,
yeah. They're having a run out here on cover bands at the moment. There's one mob doing Jimi Hendrix. There's an in excess tribute band that's been going around for a few years now. There's the Jimi Hendrix, and someone is doing the full Pink Floyd routine. And
I mean, there's an Australian Pink Floyd
Yep.
that are so revered. You know, when they come to this country, everybody talks about the Australian Pink Floyd.
wow,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
that's not, yeah, I haven't heard them, but they must be good then if they're getting a bit of reception
Oh,
over
yeah.
there.
Well,
People
people are
go and see
saying they're better than the real thing.
Yeah.
Bloody computers, see, they can do anything.
Yeah.
Anything you want.
Yeah. That's a worry, isn't it?
Yeah, it's hard
Hey,
about
Con,
time
you know
to
you
want to
had-
take over the world.
Con, you know you had one of your songs and you sent the lyrics or whatever yours to AI and then they did it and it came back.
Yeah.
So somebody I know has just done something like that. It's a bit of a Mickey take about somebody, but the sound of it it's really good. So what do? Just supply the lyrics and maybe a rough tune or a genre?
You give style, genre, and stuff like that, and you can add in. It all depends which one you're using because you can put certain instruments in as well.
Yeah,
You take certain instruments out as well, you know.
yeah.
But you got to get the styles mixed and everything. And
But you send this stuff. Do they then do the whole package and send you something back and say, "Is this any good?"
it takes 2 minutes.
Yeah. And what does it cost then?
Less than 10 seconds, isn't it?
Nothing. I'll send you a link, Sam.
All right. Perhaps that's where this friend of
Try
mine got
it
it
out,
from.
you know, 'cause it's they got country rock rhythms and stuff like that. And there's
That's
one I
a good
use which is Suno, which is where you can actually put instruments in that you want to be in there, and take out instruments that you don't want to be in there.
Yeah.
Sorry, Colin, is that a free one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Send me the link because it's not going to send to Sam. His computer one, his laptop one.
Thank you, Michael. And he'll laugh at shit, and he'd turn all his prose into his first album.
Yeah.
That's okay. You know the words you did for Paul the other day, Mike, on his birthday. That's really great. That was. But do you actually talk it and then it types it out? You don't type all that out, do you?
No, you put your keywords in.
Keywords.
Yeah. So, like, like same as Con's music, he may put Langland, Love, Surf, Waves, Cafe, Kissing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
but that one,
hang on,
that
yeah.
one you did for Paul was very tailored to Paul, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, this is the latest one, Sam. Okay, so I did because what I want to do is put a new song with every intro for what we do for the Silver Surfers. So this is this week's effort.
Or you gone away from your picky banjo?
Did you see the stars last night? Oh, so bright. The Milky Way was dancing, painting.
Still doing lefts as well, Con. You can't go.
Yeah, man, yeah. It's meant to ways.
Yeah, we go right in Australia.
Through the palm trees, just you and me.
Bloody Indo that goes left.
The ocean,
It's just, yeah.
after rain.
I like the moon, Con.
Yeah, man. It's all my animations and stuff, you know.
Where are the other 98 red balloons then?
Huh?
Listening to the waves cry.
Okay, where are the other
Hit the
98
water with a
red
big
balloons?
splash.
Yeah.
Mid-80s song, 99 red balloons.
Pounding surf on the outside reefs.
Oh, Nina.
Yeah.
Waves forming up.
So you just put the words in there, you put the words and then they put the whole thing to it, was it?
Huh?
You just put the words in?
Well, there I was using, I wanted a lot of acoustic guitar in it.
Yeah.
You know, so focus on acoustic guitar a bit.
I say the lyrics.
Huh?
You just give them the lyrics.
And I wrote all the lyrics for that, yeah. But, you know, it's great because it incites you to write more.
Well, it's great for having a demo of a song.
Yeah, man.
We do sometimes.
Yeah.
Do a demo of rough arrangement, work on it as we go, record it, and then it's almost like a tool to learn the song to.
Yeah.
But most of these things are the same though, unless you change them around. You know what I mean?
Eh?
Most of the tunes are the same unless you sort of adapt them.
As I said, you got to individualize it. You know, there's ways of doing it, but it takes a while to get used to it and stuff. But as you say, you can get a lot of stuff that sounds exactly the same. But if you can direct it in another way, and also I think as well after it's weird, right? To say shit. After you've used it for a certain number of time, I got about 50 songs now, right? And it's starting to know me.
Your style.
Yeah, it's sort of weird, isn't it? You know, the computer knows you what you're thinking, sort of thing.
It's
Sure thinks in advance of what, you know. It comes out. I thought, well, yeah, I was thinking about that. Fucking weird.
Con, you're the computer's bitch now.
Yeah, I am.
Gordon Lightfoot. If I could read your mind.
No, but it's really weird stuff, you know. It's like it's intuitive sort of thing. It's really weird because it wasn't like that at the beginning, you know. It wasn't like that at all.
He's got your number now.
It's got my number, yeah.
the modern.
It's learning every time, isn't it? You put something in.
Eh?
It's learning all the time.
Exactly, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit like when you do a search on your laptop for something and then you open up Instagram 5 minutes later and you get an ad for the same thing.
Oh, yeah, well, that's the algorithm.
It's freakish.
This is worse than an algorithm. It's an intrusion into your privacy belt. It's AI. And it just takes everything it knows about you and uses it to make whatever you want to make, knowing that it's going to give you something that you wanted.
That's right. Yeah.
That's fucking weird, you know?
Yeah. We were talking about this about 6 months ago, I think, is when you go out and you search for everything and you buy something, a television, for instance, and you buy the television, and then for the next week after, you're inundated with ideas of the television you really wanted before you bought the one that you got now.
Mm.
And it's the same with everything: cars, speedboats, vacuum cleaners, whatever. You buy something, and then it gives you an advert for it.
It's really that Hal from A Space Odyssey, isn't it?
Yeah. Are you sure?
Yeah, I'd hate to think what our grandkids are going to see in their lifetime.
Isn't that what he says? Are you sure?
I'm sorry, Dave. I can't do that.
Yeah.
This reminds me, do you remember about, let me think, it would have been about 80, 86, 87, and there was a character on a TV show or something, and I used him as a kind of a base. Perhaps he was a part of a TV program. He looked a little bit like a robot. Max Headroom.
Yeah.
Headroom, yeah.
Max, you know, he moved really. He was obviously computer generated, flat topped head.
Yeah. Well, you know the origins of that.
What? Grace Jones?
No. The origin of that was a couple of hackers broke into the ABC, and it went nationwide on American TV. Just about 30 seconds of Max Headroom.
Right.
And then they did it again the same night. They did it later, and they hacked into it. And then then somebody decided it'd be great if we have a show with this guy on it.
Yeah.
So it was a computer hack, basically, that they did just to piss off the ABC and the networks in America.
So we can do it.
Wasn't that the last thing he saw, though, as he crashed?
Who?
In one of the films, I'm trying to remember who it was now, but he was running from the police or something, and he went into this multi-story car park, and he sort of, as he went in, he took off, and he hit the top of it as he went in, and it killed him. And the last thing he saw was Max Headroom.
Who killed who?
Max Headroom.
Whoever Max killed Max Headroom.
Oh, I never.
He was a real person, and this killed him. And then they supposedly rebuilt him or something. But the last thing he saw as he hit this wall was maximum headroom. But it said Max Headroom.
Oh, okay.
And that's where he got that's where they got the name from.
Ah, right. Oh, it's an interesting story, Michael. Thank you very much. I didn't know that.
Wasn't it something to do? Wasn't he in not the Pleasure Dome? I'll keep talking. I'll get it in a minute.
I'm stumped.
Something like the Pleasure Dome. It was.
Well, there was a Frankie Goes to Hollywood song, Welcome to the Pleasure Dome.
Yeah, no. That song
thing.
was based on the film.
Oh.
The film was. It was in Australia, I think.
You're not thinking of Thunderdome?
Yeah, maybe it was Thunderdome. Yeah. What was that built based on?
That was the Mad Max series, wasn't it?
Mad Max, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, Mad Max, yeah, Max. But that was Max Headroom.
Different, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a really clever, it was future past. It was based on the future, but you always expect the future to be really slick and streamlined. But it was the future.
One of the most sinister sounding intros to a trailer.
But they'd gone to pot, didn't it, They were all fighting each other and looking like monsters. And
more. Because you are going to see it as well. Yes, it. Yes, it. Yes, namely...
Woman.
Sorry.
What's this now, Carl?
That is directly following. I want to talk to you about something even bigger. Namely...
This is Max Headroom.
All right.
It's Mike doing it, not me.
No one. I'm
It
not.
was you, is it, Gary? Oh, you little technical sneak you.
Oh, you got that up, have you, Mike? You've done a Google search and found it, have you?
No, it's not me.
It was Gary. Nice one.
It seems like they're mysterious. It's not me, look, there's my hands.
I'm a piss of that now.
This is like an Agatha Christie. Who done it?
Talk amongst yourselves. I'll be back.
But going back to what Con was saying about the two, I don't think they ever caught them.
Who?
The two,
Oh, the hackers.
the two kids who were hacking. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they broke into loads of systems, didn't they? All over the world, I think.
No.
Yeah, that was the first when the term hackers started to become predominant.
Yeah.
Up till then, you didn't hear a lot of it, but that was like the start. And then, of course, all the geniuses in Romania and Hungary and all that thought, oh, we can make money out of this.
Yeah.
And obviously, it just became an industry in itself.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like the influencers now.
Well, yeah.
Highly sought after hackers.
Oh, yeah. Well, I work for further education out here, and part of the IT courses, they taught hacking.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
As I said, we train people for industry, and security is an industry, and so the teachers were very good hackers, and that's what they were teaching the students, and then students could go and get a job in the IT security side of things,
Yeah. Well, they got to know it, haven't they?
Yeah, well, that's right. But of course, nowadays all the 14-year-olds just go on and just keep pressing buttons till they learn it, whether it's on YouTube or whatever,
Well, yeah. Although if you taught it in school, you get a bit of a head start, don't you? Particularly if
You'd like to think so.
you go into commerce,
Yeah.
because you'd be a bit backward if you didn't know the basics, wouldn't you?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I went to a primary school just towards the end before I retired, and there was this 11-year-old kid in the room, and he was doing all this fantastic coding in Linux. And his dad was an engineer, and so he came from sort of a bit of a gifted family. But at the same time, this kid was talking words I'd never heard of, and he was 11 years old, and I'm just like, I'm getting out of here. It's time to give it away.
Cautious little bastards, all of them.
Yeah.
Are you recovered now, Bill? Totally.
Yeah, thanks, mate. Yeah. By the way, it was lovely catching up with you, and I mean, it's just a shame that I threw up in the bloody men's room.
we put it down to Australia.
Yeah. I was very lucky when I got back. I got to my GP pretty well straight away, and he sent me for all sorts. I've had blood tests. I've had camera down my throat, a camera up my arse, and chest X-rays.
I hope they didn't go.
And of course, you try the old joke, which is make sure which end you use the camera first, right?
Yeah.
And of course, and then they look at you just to say, I haven't heard that many times, for sure.
Yeah.
But no, thanks, Mike. It's everything's come back clear so far. I've got
Great.
a tele thing with a doctor next week, which basically they've come back and said clear. They just want to say, I guess, what level of cleariness it is, I suppose.
Anything to do, once they mention camera and bottom, that's the end of it for me.
Yeah. Well, the good thing about it is, Mike, is that once they put that needle in your arm and you fall asleep, they can do any bloody thing they like.
Yeah.
It's only when you wake up afterwards and you think, how big was that bloody camera?
Yeah, that's right. And you just look at them to see which one of them's smiling the most.
And the crew,
Yeah. Well, it does make you wonder why anybody would actually train to do that job.
I actually got first colonoscopy I had about 6-7 years ago, and lovely fellow, little Korean guy. He had a great sense of humour, and he's given me the rigmarole. We didn't find anything, or I think he found some polyps they burnt off or something. Blah blah blah. And I said, "Can I ask you one question?" He said, "Sure. What is it?" I said, "What goes into your head in about third year or second year of university where you decide, you know what I'm going to do? I want a job where I can stick things up people's asses." And he just burst into laughing, because who and when do you decide that? You go to uni having a wonderful time. Sorry, Gary.
Is he going to go on to bigger things?
Possibly.
Oh, here's one for you, Bill. This is a fucking great one. You hear of a guy called Isaac? He's a comedian from down in Sydney, I think. Isaac Butterfield. You heard of
I've
him?
heard the name. Yeah, I've heard the
Yeah,
name.
right.
Yeah. Yep.
He was on. I watch it. Watch him on YouTube, and he's on about now. He was pissing himself laughing because he's never seen anything like it. You reckon, right? And it was a thing about it was being protested about as these guys have put a thing up, and it's in a sketch or something, in a sketch in a film, and they're talking. It's a porn film, you know, and
Right.
it's about didgeridoos. And there's big uproar now in Australia that the didgeridoo, you know, because apparently in this clip they're doing all sorts of things with this didgeridoo.
Well, they're pretty big around the end. I don't know what
I got one in the other room. I've never learned to play it properly. I never learned to play it at all.
Now you're going to stick it up your ass and fart, Sam.
I don't know if you ever learned to play one of them properly. Do you? Is there a start?
I did one, not properly, but I did learn to play it.
The whole thing is you have to master permanent breathing, don't you?
Yeah, it's the breathing that you don't blow into it as such.
No.
It's all the way you breathe in and hold it and it generates that. Yeah. And it reverberates within the tube.
Yeah, your lips.
Richard,
I found the solution for that is when I did some recording with it. I did an Australian one, and I needed a background of didgeridoos. And I was out of breath after about half a minute, sort of thing. I couldn't do the breathing, so I did multiple takes of it, and put it all together, and then kept copy paste, but changing the places of them. You know, so it all sounded like one continuous didgeridoo.
Oh, you just sort of looped it a
You
bit,
looped
did
it.
It was live, but it was looped, you know, all stitched, and that was quite interesting actually. But I did 2 or 3 takes of the didgeridoo and different noises on it.
does a didgeridoo have notes?
No, you use your mouth to shape the notes.
Yeah, but is there music for it then?
No, it's traditional, Mike.
Well, I
I
don't know.
suppose there must be a traditional sort of themes for the didgeridoo.
I know nothing about them. All I know, most instruments are tuned. So I just wonder what you tune the didgeridoo to.
Hang on a second here. I'm just gonna get some of that. If I can find.
You still play harmonica, Con? I know you used to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
while he's doing that, Mike, you know, when we had that little dinner, the next day I drove back up to London, flew across to Helsinki, right? You get to Helsinki, then the following day we flew down to Zurich, stayed in the hotel. I couldn't tell you anything about Zurich except the hotel room and the motorway in between the airport.
Yeah.
You get to the airport to fly from Zurich down to Paris, and we're just about to get on the plane, and I've gone, holy shit, and I've gone run again. Just get inside the door, and I've made a mess. I just couldn't keep it down. It was unbelievable.
Yeah.
So I had to apologise again. I said, you better get the cleaner in.
Were you all right on the flight then, or not?
I was really lucky. There's only a short flight from Zurich down to Paris. So, and we got in the room, and what happened was that we got into an Airbnb, which was just across the river from Notre Dame. And fortunately, and I was throwing up all night, and, you know, it's coming out both ends all night long. And in the morning, the princess just said, you have to go to a hospital, you know. Luckily, there's a hospital just at the back of the Notre Dame. It was only about 300 metres away. So I sort of got in there, and, well, from there I saw the inside of a hospital for a week, you know.
Well,
While the princess was having a wonderful time rocking around Paris.
Yeah, well, it puts a
they were
downer on it, doesn't it?
I mean, they were good. The hospital were really good. They looked after me really well, and they just said bluntly, that was the Tuesday morning, and they said, how much longer are you in Paris for? I said, I'm flying out on Thursday. And the doctor said, someone might be, but you won't be. End up staying an extra week courtesy of travel insurance.
Yeah, obviously you're a lot sicker than what you thought you were, though.
Yeah, it's. I think. Yeah, I think when I saw you, Mike, it was just the start of something pretty rotten.
Yeah. Okay.
It's rock.
This is one I did on a didgeridoo.
That looks like Ayers Rock, is it? Or is it meant to be? I went to try and get mine, but I couldn't get it out from the place it's at.
This is me playing a didgeridoo.
Yeah.
Sounds like one.
You can hear me playing the guitar. Well, I did all this, but
Did you steal some of that imagery from that Ice House song, Great Southern Land?
no, don't think so.
Just the rock and that there. There's a lot in that.
Oh, they were just stock photos I took up, and it's all done in 7. It was before I heard about 1080 and 1920 and HD and all this kind of stuff, and perfecting your videos. It was just all raw, fucking. It just sums, you know. You take sums and you blow them up to anything over 720 pixels, and you just get squares, you know. So I should actually redo that video because I can do it much more justice now.
Is this how you spend all your nights? Every night?
Yeah.
It says here that a lot of the unusual screeching tones in didgeridoo playing are intentional echoes of the dingo and the kookaburra. Fancy that. Must have been something like that. Sorry about that.
That's me playing a didgeridoo.
Well done.
Good, Sam.
Well, it's that's one end of it, and that's the other end of it. It's got a big one.
Yeah.
That's been in a position
under the bed, isn't it?
in my front room with a load of hats on top of it, and there was something wedged down the end. I thought, what is this? And I'd forgotten about it, and it's something that's illegal, actually. You know, you got those old-fashioned walking canes.
Yeah.
Where's he gone?
Yeah, his didgeridoo is taking him away.
Yeah, he's been didgeridooed.
He said he's got an illegal walking cane, and that was it.
That was it, you know. It was the algorithm cut in there, you know. Woof. Get out there, boy.
That'll teach him to play around with the ancestors.
He's been didgeridoo.
Yeah, didgeridoo, yeah.
He's gone away. He'll come back now about 10 seconds before we go. That's normal.
Yeah, we got 2 minutes 15-ish.
That cat is really annoying me, guy. He looks as though he's walking in through your ear and out the other ear.
He's tried that a couple of times.
That's not AI generated, is it, that cat?
No, it's not. I wish he was.
You still got 2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other one's over there.
Yeah. What are they called? I never asked you that.
Cats.
Harry and Lloyd.
Harry and what?
Harry and Lloyd, the same as the Dumb and Dumber.
Ah, right, yeah.
Harry Lloyd. Was Harry Lloyd one of those black and white comedians a long time ago?
No, Harold Lloyd.
Harold Lloyd. That's the reason I named him in actual fact, because I thought he was one of the best silent guys that have been put in the face of the earth.
Yeah, amazing. Some of the stuff he did with the stunts are incredible, aren't
they? Yeah.
Yeah.
I only found out later that it was the names of the boys in Dumb and Dumber then as well.
Oh, well.
I don't know much about him, to be honest, but Laurel and Hardy were mine, so that was the end of it. I did have a little bit when I liked the Three Stooges. When I first discovered, not the Three Stooges, the Marx Brothers.
Mm.
When I first discovered them, I thought they were hilarious. But
You want to buy a horse?
Films. They've worn off now. But, yeah, but I didn't see them until I was about 14 or 15. And it was like discovering something new. If you know
You
what
had
I
a
mean.
sheltered childhood, Mike.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, well, I wouldn't have gone to see them in the cinema, would I?
Well, it's
You
Saturday mornings in the Carlton we used to see them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing them. I remember seeing is it something like Danger Man or something? The guy with the metal dustbin on his head.
Yeah, we're flying high. Stars in our eyes and a satellite sky. Friends all around and the vibe so clear. Lunar tide rolling with girls and beer. No gravity, just you and me. Catching moon waves endlessly. Floating through the cosmos together we glide. In our own universe, let's enjoy the ride. Constellations twinkle like dreams in our hearts. The space so free, it's where all magic starts. Wave pool on the moon, yeah, we're flying high. Stars in our eyes and a satellite sky. Friends all around and the vibe so clear. Lunar tide rolling with girls and beer. No gravity, just you and me. Catching moon waves endlessly. So let's ride the waves under cosmic beams. In this lunar paradise we chase our dreams. One last toast to nights that never grow old. With the moon at our feet, let the story unfold.